Well, Andrea, when it comes to this trial, forensic evidence or DNA evidence was very key here. Prosecutors had in their hands evidence, DNA evidence, that Salah Abdeslam was in this flat here in the city of Brussels back on March 15th of 2016. And it was that flat that Belgian police searched, and then a shootout then ensued. Now, it's very important that everyone understands the timeline here. This trial had nothing to do with either the Paris attacks or the Brussels attacks, but rather this March 15th shootout that was in between the two. So this happened while Salah Abdeslam was here in the city in hiding after committing or allegedly committing the Paris attacks. Salah Abdeslam was not present during most of this trial. It started back in February. Andre, he arrived on the very first day. He said, "I put all of my trust in Allah. I'm going to be silent. Do not take my silence in this courtroom as any sign of guilt, but rather a sign of my defense." Obviously not a very good defense for him, because he is now facing 20 years behind bars here in Belgium.
That's right. And as you said, Kevin, he is not in Brussels at the moment. He's actually serving, or not serving time, he's awaiting his trial for the Paris attacks in a French prison right now. So how does it work? How will he serve his sentence in Belgium while he sits and awaits trial in France and is likely convicted for that as well?
Well, Belgian and French authorities are going to have to work that out. They're going to have to talk amongst themselves, figure out how they want to handle this. Important to note as well, for Salah Abdeslam, he has another trial ahead of him next year for the Paris attack. So this trial here in Brussels was kind of being viewed as a prelude to that. That's going to be much more serious charges, potentially a much more longer sentence than 20 years for that trial. So a lot of legal experts I've spoken to say they think whatever the verdict could be in the Paris attacks trial, he will serve that first. If he outlives whatever sentence that could be coming his way with that trial, he could then be moved over to Belgium to serve out those 20 years.